The episode begins where the previous episode ended. Kaguya Ubuyashiki's Kasugai Crow appears uninvited in Lady Tamayo's window, leaving the latter immobile. While she tries to understand the situation and ensures that Yushiro is safe, the messenger crow explains that Kaguya Ubuyashiki has requested her. Being a demon, Tamayo could not trust Kaguya's intentions immediately. Nevertheless, the Kasugai Crow tells her that Ubuyashiki wants Tamayo's assistance with Shinobu Kocho's research now that Nezuko has conquered the sun. While Yushiro runs down the stairs to rescue Tamayo, the crow asks if she accepts the offer to help the demon slayers defeat Muzan Kibutsuji. Once the Kasugai Crow departs, Yushiro asks Tamayo to change their station instantly. Tamayo, however, states that they should move to the Ubuyashiki mansion. This indicates that she has accepted Ubuyashiki's offer and intends to join hands with the Demon Slayer Corps and fulfill their shared motive of eliminating Muzan Kibutsuji. Elsewhere, Tanjiro receives a letter from Kaguya Ubuyashiki. While mentioning that he has lost his ability to move due to his illness, Ubuyashiki seeks the protagonist's help in convincing Giyu Tomioka to partake in the Hashira training. Ubuyashiki further requests Tanjiro to remain persistent with the water Hashira. At once, despite still recovering from his injury, Tanjiro departs from the Butterfly Mansion. He also seeks advice from Aoi Kanzaki, asking her how to convince someone who isolates themselves that they are not alone. Although Aoi does not give a direct answer, she prepares onigiri for Tanjiro and the person he will meet. Tanjiro, with Aoi's prepared meal, visits Giyu Tomioka. Tanjiro repeatedly calls for Giyu outside his house, but he gets no response. Immediately, Tanjiro enters the house and expresses his enthusiasm for training under him. However, Giyu refuses Tanjiro's request and asks him to leave. The water Hashira also mentions being disappointed with Tanjiro for not mastering the water-breathing technique. Given that the water Hashira spot is vacant in the Corps, Tanjiro was supposed to be Giyu's successor. A confused Tanjiro reminds Giyu that he is the water Hashira, but the latter does not explain why. Finally, Giyu asks Tanjiro to leave. However, remembering Ubuyashiki's request to remain persistent, Tanjiro continues stalking him. Eventually, an annoyed Giyu decides it is better to open up to get rid of Tanjiro. Giyu explains that Sabito and Giyu used to train together under Urokodaki when they were 13. Although both took the Demon Slayer's final selection exam, Sabito rescued Giyu from a demon while assisting other exam participants. However, Sabito lost his life while everyone else passed the test, including Giyu. Tanjiro relates to Giyu's feelings and understands why Giyu feels guilty and does not consider himself a Hashira. In an emotional moment, Tanjiro recalls Rengoku, the fire Hashira who sacrificed himself during the Mugen train incident. Rengoku fought Akaza, the Upper Moon 3 demon, to save Tanjiro and his friends. When Tanjiro remembers Rengoku's sacrifice, he recalls feeling that he should have died instead of the Hashira. He remembers questioning if he could ever live up to Rengoku's expectations. However, Inosuke's memory encourages him to not think about anything other than living up to Rengoku's ideals. Accordingly, Tanjiro reminds Giyu that he must continue living while carrying Sabito's legacy forward. This instantly reminds Giyu of his conversation with Sabito, who rebuked him for wanting to die. As he reminisced, he recalled how his elder sister Tsutako and Sabito had both lost their lives while protecting him from demons. This motivates the water Hashira to participate in the Hashira training. However, before he could announce his decision to Tanjiro, the latter had already brainstormed ways to cheer Giyu up. So, the protagonist offers him the opportunity to participate in a soba eating competition. In the midst of their competition, Water Hashira asks Tanjiro about Shinobu Kocho. Subsequently, the episode shifts focus to Shinobu Kocho at the Butterfly Mansion. The insect Hashira talks to Kanai, her demised sister, but she is interrupted by Kanao. Kocho tells Kanao that she will not participate in the Hashira training, but Kanao insists she longs to be trained under her. Kocho appreciates Kanao's effort to be more expressive. Kocho preparing to reveal the details of the demon that killed her sister. At the same time, the insect Hashira also declares that there is a way to kill that demon. And that's the end of this episode. If you want to watch more anime explained videos, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow our Instagram page and join our WhatsApp group for the latest updates.